sandwich and a cup of tea with too many sugars in. I used to watch people like Morecambe and Wise, the Two Ronnies, Tommy Cooper, 3-2-1. Did you get 3-2-1 over here? Yeah. Dusty Bin. And these
Generation Game?
The Generation Game, This Is Your Life, etc., etc. And I used to be watching this machine in the corner and wondering how I get myself from that sofa into that box. And suppose towards the end of the 80s, it was a negative. People would say it's light entertainment, but to me that was heavy entertainment, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in that box with those people walking amongst the gods. And
you did?
And I did do it, and here I am. And so it's a sort of play on words. The light entertainment moniker has been levelled as a negative, and I'm going, no, it's heavy entertainment, and that's what I do. So I want to be this generation's Dusty Bin.
Well, Robbie, I mean, we're going to put some questions out to the people who are here in a second. But it's funny that you should say that, because you grew up on the Morecambe and Wises and all that. You can see that in your performances, when you do live performance, that you know that you are an entertainer, that you want to give people the wow factor as you go through each bit, whether it be performing the songs, a little bit of an L dance, the whole razzmatazz.
Well, I can't really sing, so I've got to do something while I'm watching. And my dad's a comedian, singer. He there was a TV show back in the 70s called Opportunity Knocks.
And Huey Green?
Yeah, Huey Green. And my dad won his round on Opportunity Knocks. Yeah, he was a comedian. He went on, stole a few gags, went on. Yeah. The
internet wasn't around then.
No. And he went and did that. And he's, my dad's my hero, and I've been trying to live up to my hero's worth ever since.
And have you seen that episode? Is it still available?
No, unfortunately, it was before YouTube, and it was back in a time when things used to get taped over, and that particular episode's been taped over.
Now, there's been a rumour going around Dublin for the last little while. I know that you are announcing some dates in the UK, and you're announcing them on the 7th of November, which is not next. It's about Wednesday week or whatever. But there's a rumour that, with Twitter and all that, it's very hard to keep these things down. There's a rumour of you doing a gig in Ireland, and we're going to ask you straight out, because, it's very hard to deny these things now.
I'm very happy to tell you I know the source of that rumour.
Right,
It's me. I started.
Oh, really? Okay.
When is it?
It was, well, hang on.
July.
No, it's not July.
June
17th.
June 17th. I'm delighted to say that the rumour is true.
Is it? Whoa, June 17th!
June 17th I shall be coming to Ireland and doing my particular brand of heavy entertaining.
And you played in this venue before.
Have I?
You have?
Yes. Oh, good.
And Michael Jackson famously played out of too, and jet-packed out of the stadium. So you could try and do that.
Right,
and that is the Aviva Stadium down there on good old Lansdowne Road. So,
okay, cool. I'll do that.
17th of June, Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Robbie Williams has just confirmed that with his very own lips.
Yes, I'm coming, that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
So thank you very much. So isn't that great news? Wow. They are delighted.
Great, me too. Yeah. What a warm room.
Yeah. So, would anybody like to ask Robbie a question? We've got microphones all over the place. This lady down here, yes? Just give us your name and where you're from, so we can give you a round of applause.
Brilliant. Yeah. I'm Jenny. I'm from The Pulse on UTVR.
Yay!
Robbie, you have been performing for 26 years now. What has been the highlight of your career to date, and what's your favourite song to perform?
What's my favourite song to perform? Angels, because it's always the last one. And I've done the job by then, and it's got a very special place in many people's hearts, and it never gets boring, and I always look forward to singing it. And what's the biggest moment in my career? Well, the first Slane that I did, the second Slane that I did where I came back and headlined, it was incredible. But I went to Slane as sort of an outsider because it was a very cool festival with cool acts. And the temperature was, for people like me, was very different back in the day. If you were in a boy band, you're a fucking boy band. You know, but here I was at Slane in this new territory for me, and the place just went mental. And, you know, the euphoria that I felt in that moment was incredible, but all just sort of like confusion and like, me? Really? Okay. And then I went off stage, and I remember the Manic Street Preachers came on. And whilst the Manic Street Preachers came on, people were still chanting my name, which was crap for them, but it was great for me. So I always remember that. But also, you know, Nebworth, 135,000 people each night for 3 nights. That was incredible. And Phoenix Park. That was amazing. It was that incredible, just this, it went back forever and ever and ever and ever. And then turned round a corner. I just remembered there must have been about 20,000 people round a corner that couldn't see me. More people than the Pope. Put that in. We can do that now. Nobody will be stamping on my records. It's okay.
Okay, thank you, Jenny.
Jenny, again, from the Irish News newspaper in Belfast. Robbie, I'm sure you have fond memories of Belfast. And also, can you tell us about your plans for new duet with Kelly Minogue?
Yeah, Belfast was absolutely incredible on the swing tour. Did a show up there, and it was the best audience for the whole of the swing tour. So, yeah, I loved that evening. Thank everybody up there. And Kylie Minogue, yeah, I'm doing a song with her. It's called Your Disco Needs You. It's not on this album, but I have plans for it, and the song resides in my back pocket, ready for deployment at the correct time. But it exists, and it's a thing, and I'm doing it with Kylie again. It's good.
Is it recorded?
Yeah, it's recorded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give us a little chorus of it, maybe, just to...
Nah. I need some backing.
Your Disco Needs You. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Your Disco. No, it's not. It's called Disco Symphony. Shit. We already wrote Your Disco Needs You. Yeah, no, it's not called Disco.
Over there.
Yeah, no.
Where are you going with that? Glenda.
Yes. Robbie, how's
Hi,
it going?
Glenn.
How are
It's
you?
good. Yeah, good, babe.
Robbie, I heard you say that the Russians know how to party, and I know you partied in Dublin a few times over the years. Can you tell us your best party here in Dublin? One that you can might remember.
Well, I can only just about remember a lot of things. It was a great time when it was my, let's call it my psychedelic period. And by psychedelics, I mean mushrooms. And I was at Bono's house. Sorry to name drop, but I'm going to. And it was late, and I was elsewhere, and I was looking at the best painting in the world that I'd ever seen, with my mouth dropped to the floor like this, going, wow, of course Bono's got the best painting I've ever seen. Of course he's got that. And then Bono appeared, and I was like, Bono, man, you got the best fucking painting I've ever seen. And he was like, Robbie, that's the window. So, you know, stuff happens in Ireland.
Absolutely, thank you.
Very good. Okay. Oh, Henry.
Robbie, Henry McKean from News Talk.
Hi.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Maybe we'll get closer later.
Okay, please.
Robbie, I want to ask you about, I suppose, why the Irish love you, your cheeky, chappy persona, and also UFOs, and why you like UFOs.
Why I like UFOs. Why do the Irish love me? I don't know. I've done all right in quite a few countries, but people seem to have taken me to their heart here more than most. And when I was growing up, I don't really know. It was because I'm fucking great. I don't know.
Are you fucking great?
Well, you know, some people would say not, but you know, I do all right. I get up on stage, and I'm normally in a stadium, and lots of people go, yes, we approve, and then they come back again. I don't know. You'd have to ask the people. But there's a kinship. There's definitely a kinship that I have with people here. And I'm a feral. I'm half feral, so you know. And the UFOs, I don't know. I saw one once. It was interesting. It was above my head, and I was totally sober.
Tell me about it.
I was on a sun lounger. I was in a hotel. It was about 10:30, and I was with a girl, and we were looking up at the moon, and then just above some trees came this thing about the size of this room, and it was silent, and it was about 100 foot up, and it was black, and then it disappeared and went. And when you see something like that, it sort of, you know, sparks an interest. Well, it would do, wouldn't it?
But it doesn't happen at Bono's house. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, let's go.
Hi Robbie.
Hi darling.
I'm Mary O'Neill from WLR, we're Waterford Local Radio. We're just, you know, we talked a lot about how much you love Ireland. Just wondering, have you ever been to Waterford, and would you like to come and visit Waterford when you're doing your Dublin tour in June? Because we'd like you to taste our staple bread product, which is the blah.
Okay. Right.
Is that okay to everyone?
I've been to Waterford. My mum likes going there, and can somebody send me some blah?
Yeah, we'll get some over to you.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thanks, Robbie.
Robbie's going to Waterford. Great news.
Cool.
Robbie, Rob from Clint, Sunday Life. Can I ask you about being a dad?
Yeah.
Just how it's changed you. Can you be a rock and roll star when you're a dad? How has it impacted on your life?
I stroked a hippo yesterday at the zoo with my 2-year-old Charlie. It was his birthday yesterday, and my daughter's 4, Theodora Rose Williams, and my life has changed in so many ways, as everybody who's a father or a mother in this room will know, that there is purpose and a reason for my life, whereas before I was sort of going along, bumping into walls aimlessly, turning up at places, singing at people, and then going, yeah, and then me getting off stage and going, oh, what does this all mean? Now I'm a working dad and everything makes sense. And I hadn't seen them for like 4 weeks because of one thing or another, but they came to London 2 days ago, spent 2 days with them, and I'm going back to see them tonight. I miss them a lot. But the big thing is, you know, I'm a working dad, and this all makes sense now.
Sinead, RTE.
Hi Robbie, how are you? Sinead Crowley from RTE News. Actually, following on from that question, are you going to be bringing the family on a tour? And is it going to be a different experience being on tour now that you have the family to go home to or with you?
I've sort of been on tour since 2009. I haven't stopped really. And the kids and Ida have been with me wherever I've gone on tour. And they're not 5 yet. And I know that when they're 5, they have to be in one place and it's the law or else you get arrested, etc., etc. But they will be with me on tour. They will be coming to Ireland. And is it a new experience? No, because, you know, I've been doing it for the last 4 years with them. But, you know, it gives you a solid base from where to go and work from.
Okay, we're just going to go to our friends from Northern Ireland.
Hi Robbie, Mark Mallis from UTV and ITV.
Hi.
The last time, or looking ahead to the gig next year, it's a big stadium tour, which is very different from the arenas that you played in 2014. How will the show be different, apart from the size?
I don't know, I've put no thought into it yet. I'll be doing singing. You'll recognise some of the songs. I'll be dancing like a drunk dad at a wedding. You know, the normal stuff that I do. How will it be different? I don't know. The budget's big. I've made sure that we've got a lot to spend on what goes on behind me.
So you'll want lots of your Northern Ireland fans to come down to Dublin for the gig. Last camera there on the left. Go on, give us a message for the Northern Ireland.
Hi Northern Ireland, Robbie Williams here. Please come down to my show in Dublin next year. It's on
June 17th.
June the 17th at the Aviva Stadium. You'll love it, so will I. Done.
Sorry, hi Robbie, how are you?
Hi,
Michelle
darling.
from Ocean FM, the west of Ireland. We do a feature on the Francie Boylan show every day. It's called Isn't That a Sight?
Right.
Where we try to impress our listeners with an unknown fact or story. And then they all go, isn't that a sight? So my question to you is, can you tell me a fact or a story about you that you've never told before?
A fact or story about me that I've never told before. I think I've told everybody everything. Michael, is there anything about me that people don't...
Holiday camp?
Holiday camp? No, that's crap. Is something about me that people don't know? Well, I'm a Farrell, and I come from Kilkenny. Is that? That's not a very good one. I think everything. Anything else was there?
We all know that one.
You all know that one. Oh, got
We all
nothing.
know about Mooring now as well, Robbie.
Okay.
What about last week on the Late Late Show? Eddie Rowley, who's here, was talking about the fact that Joe Dolan, who was a legend who unfortunately passed.
Joe Dolan?
Yeah.
the
He slept in
legendary
your
singer, he slept in my bed, kicked me outside, and I had to go and sleep in my mum and dad's room when I was but a 3 or 4 month old. So I kind of know Joe.
Brilliant.
There we go.
If you get to the west of Ireland as well, Boyle is the UFO capital of Ireland. So
Right.
do go into-
Have you ever seen one?
I haven't. I can't say. Well, certainly not a sober night, no.
Right. Fair enough.
How you doing, Robbie? Ken Sweeney.
Ken, you're here all night now.
Can I just ask you, one day, you did one day, but would you like to do more dates in Dublin?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
And when you go on stage, where are you going to find the energy from? Is it intimidating when you've got to go on and entertain so many people in such a big show?
Well, I'm sort of like one of those horses that you see at the races where they've won the last 2 races or they've come second or third and they've done really well. And then all of a sudden on the 5th race, they just won't go into the stall and something spooked them. And I never know when or where that's going to be. But most nights I go on stage and I have a communion with my audience, which is beyond words, and it's beyond words. It's incredible. And then some nights it's terrifying and I'm really tired. But I shall make sure that when I'm in Dublin, it's not terrifying and I'm not tired. And plus, the audience does 80% of the work for me, especially here.
So he's going to have a good night's sleep on the 16th of June.
Yeah.
The 17th of June. June. Hang on. Let us change the date here now. No, it's June. It's June. 17th of June. Okay. At the UV. Right.
Sorry, Robbie,
Oh.
from the mail. I'm just
Hello.
wondering.
Mike.
Mike.
He doesn't need a mic.
I'm just wondering, with regards to Take That, obviously you're on your own now. There's been talk of another reunion down the line. Is that in your thoughts, or are you just focusing on this?
We were going to get together next year, but our diaries couldn't combine. I've got this album coming out, I've got my own tour to do, and in the future we shall ride again, but right now I'm busy with my solo stuff.
Okay, we're going to take 3 more questions, right? So 3. We're going to take one from Ali down there from goss.ie, my favourite website.
Thanks, Ian. Hi, Robbie. How are you?
Hi, darling.
Great day in Dublin.
Yeah.
As Ian said, Ali from goss.ie. You have a very cool new duet coming out yourself.
Great. Niall would be amazing. Bono would be great. I'd love to do something with you too, but they haven't done anything with anybody for a while, have they? Mary J. Blige, Frank Niall will do. I think I just wrote the lyric for it too. Yeah.
Okay, 2 more questions. Okay, down here.
Thanks. Hi Robbie,
Hi.
from iRadio. I was going to ask you about Slane in '98 because I was at that gig and it was incredible.
Right.
And you split your pants and you headed the ball and fantastic. So I want to ask you about that. But since then, what would you put down as the most significant thing that continues to drive you to do this and to be successful? And also, with all the duets that you've done and maybe talked about, does the breakout star of 2016, Honey G, figure in your plans?
Listen, she won't even call me back. Honey G. What keeps driving me to do what I'm doing? Well, in 2006, I sort of, went to rehab again and was sort of, my head's caved in and it's my job that does it. I'm going to retire. And I retired, but I didn't tell anybody because I knew I was lying to myself. And I sat on the sofa, grew a beard, and looked like a serial killer. I wore a cashmere kaftan and hunted for UFOs, ate donuts, got really, really fat. And my brain and my body sort of started to turn to Swiss cheese. And a man needs a purpose. That was the gift that I gave to myself in 2006, was that, oh no, I see you can't retire, because when you do, things fall apart and that's it, you're gone. So in 2009, I came back and got on the wobbly bike again. And I just know that I can't stop. I'm just predisposed to do this thing and go out there and try to do it the best of my abilities. It's just in my DNA, it's in my biology. I try to entertain and I go forward, take the kids and the wife with me.
All right, one final question from down here.
Felicia.
Two more questions then.
You're very brilliant, thank you. Lynette Bay from BBC Radio Ulster. Robbie, I too was at Slane. What a day. I was in Phoenix Park as well. But looking back at those days, I was much younger. My 16-year-old self was very energetic on that day. None of us are getting older. How do you approach gigs now when people expect you to come out and be the entertainer? How do you keep that, sustain that energy and that, just being the showman you are?
So far, so good. Yeah, honestly, you know, I haven't got to the point where I think, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that anymore. And my audience seem to want to do the same things that they were doing when you were 16. When I say bounce, they bounce, and we bounce together, and, you know, it probably hurts more the next day than it ever has done in the past. But we're still doing this thing, you know, we're still up there, and they're still in the audience, and we still have this symbiotic thing that makes us want to relive our glory days. And so far, so good. I got a bad back, but that's not stopping me doing anything yet.
Very good. Okay, now the ultimate finest.
Hi there, Felicia from Dublin's Q&A2.
Hello.
Hello. After your wife had your first baby, you said on Graham Norton's show, watching her give birth was like watching your favourite pub burn down. And then you have another child. Are you going to have some more?
Well, it's good because they've built an off license around the back.
Is there something you'd like to tell us about it?
I just did. Yeah, we're trying for a third so far, unsuccessfully. But we're trying for a third, yeah. That's happening. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so remember the date, it's June, 17th of June, the Aviva Stadium, Robbie Williams live, and he always puts on a spectacular show. Let's hear it for Robbie!